You ever get that feeling when you've crafted a beautiful email or landing page in Beefree, but then you're daunted by starting a new one because you're playing Hunt the Hex Code or Guess the Font Size all over again? What if you could apply your brand style guide across every new design in Beefree? Just set your brand styles once, and it shows up everywhere. No more guesswork, just consistent, on-brand design. In this video, we're going to show you how to set up your branding in Beefree using custom workspace styles, so you can create beautiful designs that stay perfectly on-brand every single time. First, we'll show you where to find your workspace styles in Beefree. Then, we'll tackle how to harness the power of custom color palettes for perfect brand colors every time. We'll talk typography and how to set default fonts and customize them for your titles, text, and buttons. We'll also show you how you can add your own custom fonts. Then we'll explore content width to define the default email width size that is set when creating new emails. And finally, we'll show you how to save your social links so they're readily available in your designs. To access workspace styles, open the workspace you want to edit the styles for. Then click Settings, and then Styles. But just a heads up though, your user role matters here, so you'll need to be an owner, admin, or manager to access all of these settings. If you're using a free plan, you'll only have access to workspace colors. Now let's run through each setting so you can easily set up your brand styles, starting with your brand colors. With color palettes, you can save up to 16 custom brand colors so you never have to type in a hex code ever again. To add a new color, click Add a New Color. That opens the color picker. Let's add the hex code that matches one of our primary brand colors. But before we click Save, let's name our color. This makes it a lot easier to spot than the hex code, especially when you're trying to move quickly. Since our brand also uses a second primary color, let's add that one as well. We can enter the hex code again, so we'll give this color a name and hit Save. Great, we've now preset the custom brand colors. That means anywhere there is a color picker in or out of the builder, your custom colors will show up for you to easily select them. If you need to remove a color from the palette, just hover over it and click the delete icon. Custom color palettes solve a huge pain point: designers having to manually enter the right brand color every single time. This keeps everyone using the same consistent colors, so every email looks on brand. Now, it's a common misconception that handing your team a brand palette is enough to keep everything on brand. But in reality, anyone can pick the wrong color at any time, which not only causes mistakes, but also creates inconsistencies in your brand's look and feel. That's why we introduced color palette permissions, so only owners, admins, and managers can decide who edits the palette. Once a permission is set, everyone, including these roles, must follow it. This prevents color mistakes, keeps your brand consistent, and gives you stricter control without slowing your team down. Now that your brand colors are set, let's talk about typography. Do you have a specific font for your headings, another for your body text, and maybe a punchy one for your buttons? No problem. You can set default fonts for each. Click any of the font icons to choose a font. You can pick from the built-in options or upload your own custom font. Once you choose a font, you'll see a list of available font weights, like regular, bold, or others if they're available. Just select the style you want to use as the default for your text. This eliminates font guessing games and ensures consistency across all your content. Now, if we scroll down, we can customize the style for our titles, text, and buttons. For titles, you can set your font size scale for your headings, which is especially useful if you have a lot of designers working in your account, as well as the default color. For text, you can set font size, line height, default color, and hyperlink color. And for buttons, you can set the background color and the text color. Now, every time you drag and drop a button in the builder, it'll automatically match the style you've saved here. Setting up your typography ensures a clear visual hierarchy, so headings stand out, body text stays readable, and every part of your design feels organized and well-defined. Workspace content width lets you set a default content area width for any new email or page you start designing. You can also set a different default for both the email and page builder. You can see that the available widths shown here match the options inside the Settings tab of the builder. Lastly, we have social links. So inside the builder, the social content block populates Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn icons by default. But what if you aren't using these social media platforms? Or what if you frequently find yourself manually adding other icons? Now you can customize the social icons and corresponding links that automatically populate when using this content block. To edit a social link, just click on any icon here. To delete one, hover over the check mark until an X appears. Then click it and hit remove. To add a new link, click this button here, select the platform, add a title, then a link, and click save. Now when you drag a social block onto your design, your exact branded, linked icons are already there. A nice time saver indeed. And that's how you can set up your branding in Beefree. No more tedious adjustments, no more brand inconsistencies. Just a perfectly aligned, on-brand design every single time. And that rhymed. Thanks for watching.